start recording now. Internet, but we are recording. The Wi-Fi is forked today. Too many people, I think, or something.
We did, but that's all right. You have another one. You know, just thinking, I use work in the same sense, but then there's also this like specific political like working as like a political thing, and so then I'm always like, oh, I'm misusing it, but then also it's a great fucking word, right? So.
Yeah, wasn't it like that term was because of some politician that messed up really badly?
It was a judge, a Supreme Court nominee. He got, I forget what happened. I think he got rightfully beat you. And before and after that.
Yeah. I just feel like we use that in programming all the time.
Yeah. Everything's forked.
Yeah.
I say forked.
Yeah, I don't say foobar, that's just like a variable that I use.
Anyway, I enjoyed this conversation.
Woo, great combo. Did not yet receive the keys of the YouTube uploader. Right.
Oh, done. Sorry.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I was going to say if they knew. Free drink ticket by our lovely sponsors. Also, brand new beer, brand new beer. Okay, they're coming out with something called American Haze, which is a more lager style beer than the traditional Voodoo Rangers, which are all IPAs. And some of us are super pumped about that. I love Voodoo Rangers, but sometimes some of the hops are just a little much for my stomach. So I'm going to be super excited to try it. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Okay. You know what's something I could probably do is we could upload it to YouTube and also upload it to Twitch to make it easier for people to make soup. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's in my pocket. It's in my pocket. Well, because I usually keep it on my wrist, I don't really put it in my pocket. I was afraid of leaving it on the cab, so I put it in my pocket. Oh, sorry, it's going to be super loud today because there's football going on, and we're at a sports bar, and it's a lot.
to do
on
it.
the internet.
Good.
The internet today is shit.
Yeah, there's a bajillion people. Well, that's good. So everyone watching this tomorrow, or never,
Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Could happen.
beyond the 7 of us who are watching this
That are
tomorrow,
tryhards.
and everyone else who is watching this, I hope you're having a really nice day, whoever the fuck you are.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Have a good fucking day, people.
Oh, they didn't kill that guy.
Oh, that was a weird bounce.
You missed that guy, man.
The toe-to-toe
Now
bounce.
watch that guy kill people now. That's what always happens, man. The guy you let out is the guy that like wipes your fucking
Right?
team.
You're like, oh.
Sucks. Sometimes.
We just in general.
Sometimes.
Just in general.
Oh, good hit.
But yeah. Everybody else. Anyone who's scared, that's their problem. But yes, he's very good.
It's more just being aware.
Like, like, I agree, he's very good, and don't fucking not look.
Yeah. You know where he is. Don't try to help him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wink wink giving me a heart attack. Don't know how they survived. Oh no, don't attack that heat for your warriors that were waiting for you. Oh no.
Yeah.
They almost spam code on that one.
Fucking
Wow.
Yeah.
They were all right there.
Yeah, look at them all laughing real hard. Those sons of
Needed one
bitches.
good
You gotta love when it happens with ha ha ha, those losers. We beat them so bad.
Oh.
We're all friends here and everything. But damn.
Yeah. Oh, didn't watch that rap. Yes, the 2-2. A good strat for snail nap. If the Warriors would pay attention to the rider.
Yeah, two people drinking beer and 2 people maybe giving a shit about this map. I gotta play Jones because I know it's your favorite.
It is my favorite. It's okay. I'll take the goods. It's a good,
That's what being friends is for. Yeah, that's all good.
You gotta give me a little shit every once in a while. Nice. Oh!
Still warming up.
The butt to butt, man.
There you go, patience. They're about to win. Blam.
Man, what time is it? Oh, it's past 8.
Oh, that's really cool. I gotta pee and get another beer before.
Alright, we're gonna get started here in a minute. No, we're not live. Some of y'all might watch this later. Also, it's loud AF because foosball. Push it. Still got some warm-ups going on. You can't see quite on gold, but that's Ben Higeman. Let's see if we can adjust this a little bit. It doesn't help much. I think we just need to move the camera up a skosh.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 3. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, this is going to be the first game of the match of the night. We have the Dusk Star on gold, queen by Adriana versus Buzz Lightyear, queen by Ben. Apologies for not having the camera tall enough for you, Ben. Give Ben a warm welcome from Killer Queen Austin. We're glad to have you here. Thanks to our sponsors, New Belgium, Voodoo Ranger, specifically their American Haze IPA for today. It's a sessionable IPA, 5%, 30 IBU, very agreeable to a wide range of palates. So please give it a try if you haven't tried the new American Haze IPA from New Belgium yet. Looks like we're starting on dusk, so I'll just sit here and wait and fill until we actually get a map to start on dusk. It's so nice to see so many people here, obviously for the Killer Queen League night. I don't think there's any other sporting event going on in college that might be behind me right now on the projector. I don't know. It looks like something sporty that you might see there, but I'm sure that any shouting that you actually hear here will very likely be due to a Killer Queen night event, of course. Just like the applause that we're hearing now is obviously because we're starting leagues. So, all right. Where do I look? Where do I look? Let me look over here. All right. We got, looks like Blue Queen is faking opening mid on the side, and we got an early death Blue fighting over the mid gate. Looks like no worse for the wear. Blue has their formation up at least 2 right now. They're working on getting a 3rd up. Gold has 2, which now they have 3 up right now. And a little tug of war by the stale. So let's see how the zone control goes for Blue right now. It seems like Gold has early gate control. Okay, tough wipe on Gold early. It looks like they are working on rebuilding. But we're just kind of, every bear sort of chasing until, alright, we have skulls up. It's very important for both skulls to stay up while they're playing right now to help support someone else get up. It's a good kill. Queen, and good save by, who's that, Dallas? Yeah, good save on that kill on mid. Alright, and a great kill by Stripes Brian. Good job. Alright, Blue's wife. Oh no, they just have one cracking out on left gate. I mean, for all that's happened, there's not much that's going on in terms of the objective because we're still in the middle. Blue Queen is on last. That's really the only difference in the game, I think, in terms of the sort of military ability and just zoning-wise, we're seeing kind of some wipes back and forth. So kind of watching the Queen play at this point to see if either Gold makes a mistake or Blue makes a mistake. Very good zone control, gate control by Adriana. This is a tough map to lock out a team completely just because the gates are so spread out, right? You can't, like on night maps, like you really can't sort of control that triangle. And even on day, like, you know, unless you can get up the team, a warrior on mid, it's really tough. But on dusk, like you're just so spread out, it's hard to keep the team completely locked out for very long. And here we go, the tide's turned again. Now Blue is at the advantage, and Blue has the sail going towards the gate. I wouldn't really think about any audibles right now. This is just sort of a slugfest in the middle, and both teams would just kind of take swings and punching each other, and then trying to rebuild after any kind of plays happen. So I mean, it seems like both teams are sort of making the right call here. You just got to see if Bulls can kind of recover since Blue scales under the speed gate right now. Nice almost shuffle there. Gold's got to get a warrior up. Okay, it's very fortunate that Gold happens back up. And it looks like Gold is about to get a mid as well. Adriana in the hero mode position here, trying to defend. Okay, looks like Gold. What they really need is just the objective pushback, which is exactly what happened with Checkers. like there was a save there. I kind of missed it while I was looking down, but I think something happened with both skulls. All right. Blue's going to need to regroup here now as well. They only have one up. And it's so tough in these scenarios when the snails like pass that final zone and you have to push it in. It really is like the most of a reflection of the team's military strength at that point. And there's certainly some games, some scenarios where you just sort of run into that really neither team has the strength to kind of push it over the other team because the other team will be scrappy and fight back or whatever. So you're generally going to need to make a string of plays if you're going to push the snail all the way in. At this point, I think we're in for a bit of a longer map. Great kill by blue checkers. The regain control. Colin here on stripes. It didn't happen quite. No, not quite Colin. I mean, I know the snail's so close. It still feels sort of like it's just sort of a tug of war. We're kind of just sort of fighting to see who can kind of establish control for any extended period of time on the snail, and neither team really can kind of. I mean, I guess like Blue only has one up right now, but really neither team can kind of put the other team completely down. This is the point in the game where I would probably want to get. Probably want to try to make some kind of play to kind of turn the tide a certain way. Just because it gets, the longer the game goes, just sort of, like you run into what ends up looking like famine scenarios, and then the berries will rebuild, and so you kind of, at this point, this is sort of that turning point where you might want to think about taking some risks one way or the other. That was a great read, wow. That was a good risk to take right between the split the column, a la the Top Gun trailer, splitting the two jets and getting the kill. So amazing read there. All right, Dusk goes to the Dusk Star. Great team name for that map specifically. Yeah, I think the team's going to need to regroup about that after that one. So we got one. I was not able to show the stats. My bad. But let's see. How I think we're on to day map now. So, all right. Got some bumps in the middle. Got some bumps with the bears in the middle. Looks like Gold's getting up mid. And Gold has 3 up. And Gold at least pushed the rider off the scale. Looking for an objective. Top column there in the tunnel. Blue looks really focused at this early point to kind of establish that scale and try to get it out of the tunnel early. And Gold's white. So, see how they do in these white scenarios to get someone else up. Good bump by Gold Skull. And, yep. So now Gold has 2 up, looking to get a 3rd up. See Stripes running around. That snail's chugging though by Blue. Like you can feel the difference in this map. Like there's just a stronger push that Blue's having. I mean, partly the nature of the map, but you sort of get these like intuitions on the map. Sometimes just like you can tell they're like really focused on trying to get the snail in at this point. Gold's gonna need to send some warriors. Yep. Right read, just wrong play. We're going to need to get another warrior up, another 2 warriors up. Again, the objective right is going to need to get there soon. We're in that really tough position where the queen has to... Ooh, scary berry. So tough when those berries are caught in between. In a wrap, in a tunnel, with such tight quarters. Oh wow, another good read by Gold. Alright, Blue's on last. Bit of a turn of the tide. sorry, I had to turn around and see what the play was about with the game on the screen. One of the LSU players got almost scored. So, a bit of yelling there, and while I turned around, Gold pushed the snail quite a good ways back. Similar to that Dust game now, where Snail was kind of close and then Gold was kind of pushing it back. Gonna have to see if Blue can regroup and get the rest of their formation up to make a concerted push, final push here. It's tough with the queen being on last loss point. It's harder to sort of take some of those risks. Oh, there's one right there. Yep. Okay. Good read. Okay, Gold's there again to push it back. It's like there's a line in the sand, and Gold's is not letting it go past a certain point. Ooh. All right. There goes to blue. The light clear team. I'm not sure which icon this is. I'll just have to pick one if that's saved or not. And that is not it. So I'll try the other icon. Alright, so we have our game 3 high. Yep, that was it. So we're 1-1. And Knight will decide this particular match. Of course, we have 4 teams in the league, plus a few additional subs and other players. What is up, Chris Steinberg? How are you doing today? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
This has been a great sort of tug of war where, Gold...
Yeah, that last game was pretty good.
Yeah.
Was the one before that the warm-up?
No, that was
so it was 2 days?
No, it was Dusk.
Oh, it was Dusk, okay.
Because Adriana had that hype play between the two to kill, and then today it was kind of so we're on night now to decide it, and what you drinking there?
I am drinking this, what is it? American Haze. Yeah, it's pretty good.
How do you like it? Yeah.
This is actually, I think, my favorite of the Voodoo Ranger beers so far.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not a huge IPA fan normally, and this is like the smoothest of them, with like only a hint of like hoppiness at the end, and it's quite good actually.
Good. Well, I'm glad you like it. I know it's going to be around for a good while, and it's a very sessionable beer. I know that they did, intentionally lower the bitterness, lower the ABV a bit, so you could probably, with IPAs, I drink 2, I'm done.
Sometimes,
I can drink 2, I'm done. With these, they're 5%. You could probably, 3 or so, depending on.
It's totally a beer I could drink all night, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. I didn't even pay him to say that, guys.
I mean, free beer, right?
All right. Looks like we got a berry race, and Gold has 2 more in.
Yeah.
Yep. I was saying on stream how this has just kind of been a military tug of war, and neither team can really kind of, put their...
Yeah, and like that last match, I really thought Adriana was going to win that one, but she kind of like dove down early and lost that life, and I was like, oh, well, now it's theirs to lose, and they lost it. I think Gold Team here has probably got the berry advantage as far as players are concerned, so as long as they keep their hive guard up, I think they'll be all right. But they just lost their hive guard, so that's going to be a problem for them. But it is still 4-4 here, tied berry match.
Looks like Stripes
did pick it up, yeah. They have another bear coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice cover, Stripes. Looks like Queen on Gold's gonna.
Oh, and a king, right, 2 to go.
Yep, 2 left.
Oh, there's a
kick through. So they're in the hive. I'm not sure they see it though. Blue did see it.
Yep. All right, everyone's watching Gold hive. Let's see what happens again. Yep. If they can just get a hive movement there and just do one final push,
Gold should probably try and clear their hive right now. That is what really needs to happen.
All right.
Gold Queen should probably do the wrap through, kill Warrior if she gets the opportunity. Otherwise they're kind of sitting here hoping to get Barry in, but that Warrior's gonna.
Yeah. I'm a bit worried on the blue hive now because it's a regular...
Okay, one left on Gold.
We got a regular warrior versus a speed warrior.
We do, yeah.
And Gold, so it's like if he drops, it's over.
But luckily the Gold Warrior's on the outside here.
All right, 1 to go on both sides now. He's got real interesting, real fast. Oh, problem.
Gold Queen is staying in blue hive. Probably the smart move here for her.
Yep.
He's temporarily
tough. All right. Great win by blue.
It's tough.
Good comeback, yep. All right, cool. And 2-1. one. I am up. I will see y'all.
All right. Hello, KQ Land. How you doing? Let's see, who's up next?
Up next, we've got.
Is this the challenge? That is not the challenge.
Yeah.
Here might be the challenge. That was
Baby Yoda and Sublab. Sorry, I don't know.
Yoda and Sublab. All right, so it's 2-1 on the last match. Was that the which one was that? Is that this one? This Buzz Lightyear? Yeah.
Yeah. 2-1 was I did.
All right. So next up, we're gonna have Baby Yoda and Sublab. I'm not sure who's on which side yet.
Is that Baby on gold?
Baby's gonna be on gold. Sorry, change this backwards. All right, and here we go. Take a picture of the streaming from Twitter feeds. And we have a fight on night map here at Centergate. Got one up warrior each. 2 berries on gold, 1 on blue. It's gonna be a pretty typical start. 1 queen kill for blue. Blue's repping gates. Gold only have 1 warrior gate. They can only have, and they have no warriors up right now. They need a gate right now. They need some warriors to go, or bears to go into said gate. Although the berry count is still in Gold's favor. Blue does have a hive guard, although looks like Gold is double teaming the berry run to try and get past them. And that berry is just stuck in that hive. We got a 5-4 game right now. Make that a 6-5 game. Now it's Blue's game. Gold Queen on last life here. Ooh, that was close. They almost lost it right at that center gate. Two berries left for Blue. Make that 1. Oh, maybe there it is. 1 berry left for Blue, and here comes a runner. So if that Gold Queen doesn't kill her, yep. Oh, and here comes the other. There it is. It is a very clean berry map for Blue. Sublab taken night map. And we're gonna move to day map.
Oh, okay, so it's not even. Day
map. Ooh, big berry bump at the center gate there. One warrior up left, one warrior up right. Now it's going to be a fight over Snail. We got 2 up each. Queen's positioning here. Oh, bad bump for blue there. Very unfortunate. Looks like Gold's going to stack on skulls there. Nice bump out. Still 2 up each, and Queens are now tap for tap. Ooh, didn't quite stick for Gold abs there. Another odd dive under by one of the queens. Seen a few of them this matchup. Good turn by Gold Queen there, right in the no-turn zone. Snail about the halfway mark for blue. And blue getting the full gate coverage here. Gold's going to have a hard time laddering over it there on left unless they capitalize on the extra warriors they have. They really need to get some height advantage here. Not backing up the queen. That was what the problem was with it for Gold abs. Snail is really becoming a problem. Oh, nice job, Joe.
He's waiting on that.
Very nice job, Joe. Alright, I am changing these values on the day-night map thingies, but I don't see that changing on the center. I am changing these on the but they are not.
It's this one, and this one.
Oh, the ones the exact ones I did not press. Gotcha.
So I originally set this up so that we could do like the team logos on this side.
Gotcha.
But the problem is when they give me the logos, they're all different sizes, and so when I put them in, it like
Doesn't really work out.
So
No, that's
I
fair.
haven't quite sussed out how to best fix that. But
That's alright. Now that I know, I will make sure to use the right ones.
No worries.
Anyways, this is Game 3 hype here on the second round of this round-robin style tournament that we do during the first 3 weeks of our tournament cycle. Blue has some really good warrior coverage here right now. Gold only has 1 up and only center gate tap. And their Gold Queen really needs to be trying to tag gates, I think, here. They got a bunch of bears not doing much because there's nothing really for them to do. Oh, nice stick by Joe, though. He's really having to kind of fight these warriors off, and he's doing a really good job of spacing and making sure that he's where he needs to be. You're going to have blue checkers here being a real pain in this gate's side with this Kung Fu Panda bear bumps here. We're going to get another warrior up on right for Gold, another warrior up on right for blue, or left for blue. We have full blue warrior, 3-1 warrior. And Gold is still trying to get this snail back. They're not really running much of an alternative strategy, so it's going to be real tough. I think what's going to come down here is if Gold can try and pick off these queens, it's really going to be our best option, I think. Ooh, that was Joe tried to rise there, didn't quite make it. Good attempt though. Two bears stacking on a blue gate. That was rough. Nice stick, Joe. All right, I'd say that push was going to be rough there, and it was sure enough. That's what happened. All right, so that's going to be 2-1 victory for Sublab. Nope, that's the third match. That was the third match. So that one goes to blue on Dusk. Time to update the challenge. So blue is Sublab, so that goes to 2 for Sublab, 1 for Baby Yoda. Always blue, always blue. All right, next up is going to be Sublab versus Dusk Star. Sublab will be on gold.
Sublab and Dusty Star.
Yep.
Sweet.
Sublab is on gold, right?
Blue.
What?
They stayed on blue.
Oh, did they get to choose?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not based on the challenge layout?
No, the challenge, no.
Okay.
We're doing, since we're only doing best of 3, we're giving map or cab choice.
Ah, okay. Alright, so we will have Sublab on blue and Dust Star on gold. Sublab is being queened by Brandon Robertson. And on gold, the always lovely Adriana. Looks like we're going to start on Dust Map tonight. Alright, fight over center gate here. Looks like blue's going to take the center gate advantage. Gold clearing out the Snail Rider, but they have neither side going for the berry objective this time. It was a rough fly-in by one of the gold warriors over there on the left side. Queen really needed that backup support. Gold is going to get another one out right though. Looks like it's a speed warrior. Ooh, close on that gold queen, almost getting picked off by blue skulls. Gold's going to worry up at center. Gold queen's still wrapping gates. Blue coming in to tag behind on center anyways. There is a pinch opportunity at right. Gold queen is able to get out of it. Gold queen continuing to try and wrap gates here to set up a situation that may be beneficial to her. Looks like she's going to get one gold warrior out. Blue queen dying at center gate. So that was a nice stick and wait for the gold warriors. Gold queen trying to fairy hover there, and then blue warrior coming in to push her out. Blue warrior is still harrying her here, so she'll have to be kind of careful about that. Blue is 3-1 right now as far as warriors to bears count. Blue is a bad spot for gold queen to be in. She has no warriors to support her. That bear needs to be bumping that warrior. Tried, but not quite the setup that was needed there. All right, gold queen needs to tag some gates. Onto, and that snail is still being a problem, so she's gonna have to kind of split her focus on what's going on here. All right. Gold did pick off the warrior, but could not get back under in time. So this one goes to blue. All right, Sublab up 1. Let's see what map they go to next.
Like sometimes I'll put this here so they can actually see us. How's the lighting?
I mean, I can
Face the background if it doesn't. All right, whatever. That'll be.
I mean, I don't really think anybody's watching it today.
For all of our fans who
right.
are watching us.
Our fan.
You never know which YouTuber is going to randomly find us
That's
searching for something at 2 a.m. and finding Killer Queen Austin at the Brass Tap every Monday and Friday.
All right, so second map here is going to be night map. We're going to do the Dust Night Day cycle instead.
As per the usual convention, that Dust have to do that.
Dust does come before night.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
That is a rule. Looks like one of the players was cramping, so we'll consider that as part of the rule. All right, we got an open on mid. Dive under by gold. Nobody's up on gold yet.
Nope. They're going to put one berry in each hive here. Make that 2 and possible. Oh, no.
Oh, good.
Ev went for a gate instead and ended up getting killed. So now we got 3-2 berry counts here. Kind of the underside typical madness that happens here. Want to watch out for that pinch. Nice turn by
maybe a frame or two. Yep. Looks like Gold they're almost halfway. Gold is on berries.
They are, but there's one kick through by Blue. Then they got it into their hive. The Gold Warrior just getting wiped over there on Gold Hive side. So Gold needs some more warriors here. They also need a hive guard big time. Looks like Stripe's gonna fill that role. Blue's warrior up on right, which means that Checker's probably gonna be hive guarding here. Yep. Queen should probably clear that hive while she's there. She's gonna try, and she does. All right, 4 berries left for Gold.
It's gonna be 3 after checks. It's gonna be 2 after.
Stripe's doing a good job of keeping Blue Queen where she's at.
You always know the team's in a good position when you have a bear ledge guarding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be 4-3 now. 3-3. Blue definitely closing that gap pretty quick.
Maybe I spoke too soon. That bear ledge guard might be the secret.
Yeah.
It was only momentary, but maybe it bought them enough time.
You know, all you got to do as a Kung Fu Panda is catch all of the what are those things? Dumplings, right?
Oh, this is it. We're done.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
There it is.
Made it slightly interesting. All right. Hype for the Blue win. Oh my gosh.
Wow, look at how hype it is
so
here.
Hype over the berries.
OMG. It's almost as if they were LSU playing football.
It's like a sports ball match in here.
What? Sports ball?
I know sports ball.
Why are they playing this map?
I don't know. Someone forgot to turn it off. Someone. For league play.
I usually, during league play, I try to be the first person to lose all my lives as Queen.
Yeah.
That's my objective on Snail Map.
I mean, there's a lot of lives to burn through,
That's
too.
right. But you're Speed Queen for the first one, so the first one should go right away.
Right. Make all the spicy plays.
It's the skip the first 3 taps on the rise. So
Ah.
that way you're guaranteed to be under.
There you go.
know?
Ah.
Just let that blue bear ride the snailing. Come on.
Family portrait.
There it
Let's
is.
go.
All right.
Wasn't
The only
quite
one that
as hyped for
matters.
that
The only
win,
one that
but
matters.
We'll take it.
Oh wait. So are we playing best of 3 or are we playing all 3?
Just best of 3.
Best of 3. Okay. So I guess that is the end for that map. Next up is going to be Buzz Lightyear versus B Yoda.
Are there 4 quarters? Oh no, that's down. Never mind. I don't know.
Wait, did you just ask if they're full court?
No. I asked if there were 4 quarters.
Let's say that almost sounds like a question I would ask about a sports ball game.
I saw second, and I thought at first second meant it was the second quarter, but I think it meant it was the second down. And then I was like, wait, what quarter are we in? That's alright. I know a little.
As I said, I used to work on NCAA football, and I know about zero about NCAA football. All I know is that I made the game work. Fix the bugs. Alright, looks like we're going to start on night map with the B Yodas on gold. Alright, quick kill by Joe at the center gate. Ooh, almost threw that life away though. Lucky he had that warrior there to back him up. There's a pinch opportunity. Oh, blue queen dove out like a smart queen. Real fast snail ride there. Snails are already halfway for blue, or for gold. Blue is at 3 berries. They're going to be at 4 here in a sec. Oh, actually, blue bear missed that wraparound jump, but he will pick it back up on his life and put it in the hive. Gold's still trying to push this snail, but blue queen making sure that that's not going to happen. Gold doing a good job on gate coverage here. Another pinch opportunity for blue had they tried to take it. Blue's now on the snail ride and halfway to berries. Gold's going to have to come to reclaim that. Plus, split their focus now on hive guarding. Blue queen doing the job by trying to clear the hive on her way through the wraps. Luckily, Gold had a second backup warrior to help cover the hive guard. Oh, rough pinch there. Blue only needs 5 berries to finish this map. Gold still struggling over trying to get that snail. Adam's getting the clear there. We see a lot of gold coverage over on the hive instead of over by the snail where their objective is, so it's going to be a problem for them. They're not really going to be able to set this up for a win if they can't get map advantage back here. Blue only needs 3 berries now to finish out their hive. Gold's still at 0 berries, and Snail's still kind of sitting around the same spot, but that's because Blue's not running it back. They don't really have a need to. Again, there's all this cheering about this LSU and Orange team game going on behind me. That is the purples versus the oranges that we don't care about tonight. 1 berry left for blue. And there it is. That's the end of the game for map 1. Score going to blue. Alright, second map's going to be a day map this time. Looks like I've already got the right icon in place, so we'll toss this one to the dust. You know that's where the third one will end up if we get there. Alright, so Buzz Lightyear this round is queened by our guest Ben, who's in town for the month, escaping the terrible winters of the north. And on Gold Queen, we have Joe Pollard, our resident beer guru and all-around fan of arcades and Killer Queen. Looks like this day map here so far is pretty even. Gate control is about even. Typical back and forth that happens on center map. We got 1 in queen for blue and 2 in queen for gold. Gold pulling off a queen kill there and a warrior wipe at the same time. Blue will get another warrior up left. To make that 2, they did ladder. Make that 3. All right, gold queen finally closing that gate down. Choosing to clear the snail instead of tagging the gate. Interesting choice there. Kind of a tough spot, but although his gold abs warrior there covered his back so he could get out of the subway, as we sometimes call it. It looked like Gold Skull Bears there was trying to go for a heel kick. It did eventually get him into the gate though. Gold Queen coming out from underneath that ledge with that checks above him, getting stomped on. Play will move to the left side of the field. Oh, Gold Queen going on down to last here. Tagging right gate. Gotta watch out for that pinch opportunity, and there it is. Blue taking both maps on this one. Nice job, Buzz Lightyear. All right, next is Baby Yoda versus the Dusk Star.
All right, Baby Yoda and Dusk Star.
Let's see where the teams go. It looks like Dusk Star may be on gold. Dusk Star retaining their gold side, so Baby Yoda will be on blue this time. Strange that Dusk Star chose that side. Who won the rock paper scissors on that one? Was that Joe? Ah, Joe playing to the known advantage that Dusk Star has lost twice on gold, I think, this time. Interesting flag. How's it going, Austin? Cheers. Yeah, sure. Are you trying this? American Haze beer?
This is the electric jellyfish.
Oh, the electric jellyfish.
You know, to say like, I'm super happy that the like poppy, like fruity, juicy, like New England IPA is like catching on. It's like a thing. It's like the new ramen.
It is a thing, yeah.
And I couldn't be happier because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
You know, I will drink very crappy beer. I'm a Lone Star aficionado.
That's fair.
But
I like
also drink good
Lone
beer.
Star.
So, yeah, cheers. Yeah, also like New Belgium seems to be. Hey, shout out to New Belgium.
Yeah.
Seems to be like investing heavily.
They are, yeah. I think that they are really trying to find beers that work kind of for every region. You know, especially since they've been a sponsor for us. We've gotten to try like 4 different kinds of beers, 5 different kinds of beers now, and they all vary like any beer company when they're experimenting. You know, I'm always happy to be a guinea pig for New Belgium though.
Yeah. So like, I don't know a whole lot about them, but they seem to be like employee. It seems like a co-op type deal, right?
So when I first learned about New Belgium, it was the Fat Tire.
Yeah, exactly.
Fat Tire was kind of, I think, what made that, their hit on the scene. You know, so
it was definitely a thing, like especially in like 2004, 2005.
Yeah. I definitely played a lot of beer pong with Fat Tire.
All right. Oh, so the game, right? So it looks like a snail game, and snail's chugging for blue.
Gold's staying pretty high right now. Probably a good bet for them.
Yep, seems like a good.
But Queen went down. Nope, no reason. Although that got her a Queen kill, I guess. You know, sometimes you get lucky.
Sometimes plays with no reason. Work out.
Yep.
That snail's chugging.
They definitely went for biting though, and that was the problem for blue. They shouldn't that blue Queen also didn't have a reason to be down there. Really, let's be fair.
Yeah, I think at this point, like,
snail coverage needs to be pretty hard here for blue. Oh, and blue is now on last.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like gold even has
some berry play. Yeah, some berry play. You gotta not push on those berries.
The redder should just bump.
Yep. The other 2 warriors here should probably kill that checks though, and that ass. Check the skulls just drop. Skulls drop. That's all you gotta do. Not that way. Don't drop that way.
I mean,
nice job, abs covering, but
it's very good. It's very good positioning to like block out things, but it was the time to make a play, and nobody was pressured.
That was the time to capitalize on their really heavy warrior advantage and the side that they were on. You know?
Yeah, this is your time, warrior.
So now we're on last queen on both. This is going to be really either side's game to lose at this point. I think it's going to come down to probably a queen loss, is my guess. This question is which side, and it will be gold. Losing that one. So blue, the Baby Yoda taking the blue dusk map. Some alliteration there.
No offense to the gold queen.
It's not really better night. Yeah, it's not really better night.
No, well, it was though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like
there's a couple of games it was hers to lose, and she definitely lost them.
which I mean, it's a great compliment.
Yeah.
It's like,
But again, I think that really that last game, it was that Gold Skulls that not dropping there. I think that really did it for them. It kind of threw off the rest of the game. So we're going to go to day map on the second map. All right, looks like Blue's doubling up their warriors, one at center, one at left. Gold's going to get their second warrior up at center, but not before Blue already clears their snail.
Good job in the open there. Gold did not do a good job in that.
Not the follow-up, yeah, that cut across wasn't so good. Looks like Gold's going to get one speed up on right for Bear. Let's see what they do with it. Avoiding dying at right gate at least, that's good. Gold already down a life, that's not so great. But we're going to ladder up on left here, I think.
Who is this? Oh, it's Mr. Phil, aka Trackballer. He's doing a good job as Speed Warrior, staying alive. What would be the commentator's curse?
Oh, abs? Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing great. He was staying alive. You should not go down that steel tunnel. But...
All right, now we got a 1-1 Queen game here.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Snail's about to approach the end of the tunnel, and checks will stop that.
Speed Warrior in the tunnel, never a good idea. But
never a good idea. Kind of a waste of a Speed Warrior, if you ask me. Oh, nice job on Gold Stripes there.
On the other hand, I'm sympathetic, right? Sometimes you're like, nobody's going to do this job. And,
and I have speed, but somebody's got to go down there.
Somebody's got to go do this job. So it's really like, it's your team's fault. Let's see if somebody sacks on this baby. Oh, somebody sacks. I'm surprised the Queen doesn't punish, but this Queen's our last.
Yeah, that was track second on that gate. I always expect him to sack on that gate. And nice job, Gold Queen.
Whoever you are, Gold Queen, you did a great job.
All right, this one's gonna go to a night map finish, like a fine wine.
Are we just like always? Is this Joe's influence? Like, why are we opening Dusk? It's
Yeah.
like in the rules.
No,
or,
I think he won the cab and Adriana picked the map.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think Joe picked blue cab because he knew that Adriana had lost twice, like both of her sets so far on gold cab. So I think he was hoping for the cab advantage here. Although Joe won his last set on gold, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to keep your side. There's a pinch opportunity. Oh, weird bumps, weird bumps.
Okay, where is he to spread out?
Gold's going to tag these speed gates, shut them down, and then she's going to tag this lower right. Blue has 2 warrior gates though.
Ooh, chased by Wayne. Wayne, he's good at the game.
He is good at the game. He was like the first to realize that in our scene that, you know, if you just sometimes sit in convenient places, people fly into you. So we used to call it waning it, you know, if you like, you know, fly right in, you know, you'd be like, she flew right into me, you know?
Wayne playing dangerous on this ledge guarding. I love it. I love it. He knows exactly where to, he knows exactly the contours of where the Queen's kill zone is.
Exactly.
Very good, very good. It's the most dangerous game, as I like to say.
Oh, the high guarding? Yeah.
Well,
Playing the outside high guard?
Right.
Yeah. Although he left high guard here, and he's going to let it bury, and that's 6 to 1 here. Oh, Blue Queen flew right into it. He waned it. Oh, tough shuffle on that one. Tough shuffle. So that'll give Blue the set. BB Yoda taking it 2 to 1. Our final set of the night will be Buzz Light Beer. I'm a little buzzed on this beer. Versus Sublab 2020.
Sublab.
All right, good luck. Cheers. So I guess this was supposed to be a Star Wars theme. And I don't know that much about Sublab 2020 except that MC Chris was on it as a reoccurring character, and I'm kind of a fan of MC Chris. But I'm not sure the Sublab 2020 reference for Star Wars. So maybe somebody will come commentate with me and can explain it to me, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Looks like we're going to be playing a Dusk map opening again. Sublab, Buzz Lightyear. Jamie, what team are you?
Which team is which? Which team is which?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I was told that the theme was Star Wars this month, right?
It was space/Star Wars.
But okay, so I'm still kind of confused how Sublab 2020 fits into that.
I don't get that one at all.
Because like I wasn't a big Sublab 2020 watcher because I always thought it was a show on it was like a Comedy Central, or so it was like one of those like shows where they like took cartoons from like the Hanna-Barbera era and like made another show, like kind of like Johnny Quest style artwork, right?
Okay, I did not know that.
I know that MC Chris was like a reoccurring character, like he voiced one of the characters and was reoccurring on it. That's like about all I know about Sublab though, which kind of makes me wonder like what the reference is, you know?
So I figured it was because Brandon has a perma-sub this year.
Oh, I see. So it's like his lab for who to sub pick.
Maybe. That's what I'm kind of thinking.
And 2020 being January of 2020. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But
all right, I'll call you clever, Brandon Robertson, just this one time. All right, we do have a night map opening here. Bumped at Summer Lakes.
Berries.
Yep. Night map has been the berry map this evening. Nobody's really running berries on any other maps, not even Dusk. Although, look at them berries on blue. They are going quick.
They are crushing it. Well, so Austin Waters is on blue checks, and he has been hive guarding like nobody's business tonight. It's been really annoying.
He really likes hive guarding. We were just talking about that, about playing the dangerous game. Playing like the outside hive guard, you know, knowing like how far out you can get to try and get the early kills before having to jump back in, and knowing where that queen spacing is and stuff like that. Ooh, almost queen almost lost it there.
Oh, good wrap kill.
Blue only needing 4 more berries.
Oh, I forgot to transfer over the recording. I'll do that later. Oh, that was good. Oh man, see, I want to kill warriors like that.
All right, queens are now tied 1-1. That gold snail is going to be a problem for blue, especially since Gold Queen just picked off that warrior on pass through. I don't know if Blue's going to be able to get these berries in time. Oh! Still getting the snail in, but holy spicy on Blue Queen.
Oh my god, I don't know how that Blue Queen didn't die. That was amazing. Holy crap. Wow.
Snail map. This should be a rapid snail map. Come on, go for Queen Death. Yeah! Good job, Brandon! Brandon getting the first Queen Death of the snail map.
No, he died.
No, exactly. Exactly. That's the point of snail map on League play. Brandon failed to get the Queen Death on that one.
I like this map. Everybody hates it. I love it.
It's not that I hate it. It's that on tournament. Okay, I guess sometimes when they actually aggressively play it, it can be fun.
About turning bonus map off and then turning it back on.
It's just snail map takes so long for for league play. It's like and I don't want to tap that long if I'm queening, you know? Like I want that.
I don't want to tap that. I thought you were going to end the sentence right there.
Yeah. mean, sometimes snail map, I feel like my arm's gonna fall off, just because it's like, you know.
With 5 queen lives and a slow snail, it's not meant to be a quick map.
Right. I mean, I play every bonus map like it's a dungeon, though, so.
I'm not good at the dungeon.
It's bonus, right? Okay, good.
Although I was very proud of myself earlier, I did dungeon in way late and still made it out alive.
Nice.
I was very proud of myself.
Sometimes that's the key to getting out alive.
Yeah,
Because everybody hits and then goes out, and you're like, oh, get in. All right, so we're back. We're on day map again here. Yep, nice pick off by Brandon there. Dive.
Alright, Gold's got 2 up, 1 running snail. Blue only has 1 warrior up. They're trying a ladder, but
Gold has gate advantage here. Blue needs to tag a gate and keep it. Blue Queen in that subway, although Gold abs didn't really take advantage of it.
Blue abs hovering.
Oh, look at those bounces.
Oh shit! 2 queen kills on Gold. Blue abs is crushing it. That's Mario. Damn, his reads on those were good. Oh, I thought he was gonna get another one there. Gold Queen's on last, so she's gonna be careful. And it's pretty early in the day map to be there. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, Speed Warrior is Mario's forte. I think he was the captain of the team this month, though, right? I think he kind of gave up his queen spot and for Ben to queen. Probably a good choice. You know, like Mario's real advantage is his Speed Warrior here. And you know, Ben's a pretty seasoned queen himself. He's been playing for about 3 years. Brandon dying on last there, but that means we get to go to game 3 hype for our final set.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that Mario's supposed to be queening that team, and then.
Oh, I mean, he's captain. He gets to choose who queens. Right? Like we don't force captains to queen. So you know, those of you watching the stream and are afraid to sign up as captain in a future league, be aware that you can always draft a good queen. You know, like that is an option. But still allow yourself to be, you know, team captain and build that hype for your team.
Yeah, it's super cool that Ben's joining us. So he's from Minneapolis, but he's like only here for like a month, I think.
He is, yeah. He's running away from the winters of the Minneapolis. I mean, I come from Michigan.
That was a good goal, thanks.
And I went to school at Michigan Tech, Adriana and I did. So we're well aware of how snowy it gets up there and how cold it gets. I don't blame Ben for GTFOing Minneapolis.
I'm super nervous. I'm going to Columbus this weekend.
And it's going to be a bit chilly, yeah.
No, on Friday.
Where are you from originally?
Texas.
You're from Texas.
Yeah, my hometown's like an hour from here.
Okay, yeah. So you're not even like, you don't even have like childhood memories of like snow or anything.
I still don't feel like I've seen real snow.
Oh well, you're about to.
Like I went to Vancouver.
Columbus is gonna have real snow.
I went to Vancouver and they only had man-made snow because it wasn't cold enough for real snow.
Yeah, global warming.
It was crazy though. I went skiing. I'll never do it again. That was the most terrifying experience.
Crazy bumps. Yeah, I'm actually not a big fan of skiing. I'm a snowboarder. So like skis always kind of confuse me because you're easy to cross and you know flip over or you know it's like easy to break an ankle when a ski gets stuck in the snow and your leg twists or something. So I kind of always avoided it. Like my family tried to teach me when I was younger, and I was like, nah, how about you just let me ride one stick?
Yeah. I didn't grow up with it, so I knew nothing of the mechanics, and then they put me on a slope, and no one taught me that you're supposed to like
go side to side, so you went straight down?
I went straight down. I was really scared. There were 4-year-olds doing a better job than me. I eventually just like made myself fall over in the snow, cried, and walked down the mountain.
Oh no! Yeah, they gotta put you on like the kiddie slope first.
Yeah, I really needed a kiddie slope, but I don't think they had one. Either they didn't have one open, or my boyfriend at the time tried to convince me that it was fine and this slope was easy. I mean, to be fair, there were literal like 6-year-olds doing it with me, but I don't think it was easy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't like underestimate those little kids like that start off super early because they're they're like natural pros at it. It's like walking for them at some point, right?
They're so close to the ground that
Oh, yeah,
anything's
that's
gonna
true.
happen. And they have the special skis that tie themselves together at the front.
Oh,
So
really?
like it's really hard for them to
like,
not
cross
make a
or-
pizza. Yeah. I was like, I need some of those. It's like when you're an adult and you want the bumpers at the bowling
yeah.
alley. You're like, it's
Like I
frowned
want,
upon,
it's like I
but-
want to drink heavily and bowl. Give me the bumpers.
Yeah. Please, thank you. That was great.
This has been kind of a back and forth map this whole time. I actually thought that Gold was going to get a good snail win here, but then Blue took it back and rode it for a while. Now Gold's got it back, and they're pushing it again. It's back under the little ledge.
Blue's got like half their berries. It's like they kind of tried to slow strat, but
Sort of.
I feel like if they capitalized on it and kept
They
Snail
might.
under
I mean,
control.
definitely if they kept Snail under control, they could easily pull off a berry victory here. Especially if they got that slow burning snail or berry runner over there like they do. Although Blue Queen is being a little too spicy here, kind of going into where she doesn't need to really be. She really needs to be holding gates and letting warriors kind of cover the snail, and making sure that there's no hive guard on her side at this point. And here's going to be the gold snails coming in for its final push.
Good news is they have warriors there, so.
Yeah, but Blue Queen is on last life, so she has to be real careful that Gold Queen just walking. Gold Queen just walking under like that. Oh, so salty. So salty.
Dirty. Blue Queen's there to.
Oh, and there's the pinch.
The Blue Queen was there, or that Blue Warrior was there to help, but it didn't work.
All right, well, that finishes up our match tonight. Buzz Lightyear finishing off
BYOT practice.
1 versus Sublabs 2. All right, let's see where we're at. Let's see. Tonight's winners is Sublab 2020 with 3 wins, no losses. Next will be up Buzz Lightyear, then BB Yoda, and the Dusk Star. Is there any way I can like make this on the stream? No.
Technically, yes. I have
not
not
on
been
a
super
segment.
successful yet.
No
In
worries.
theory, you can add a browser window.
Oh, like as a source?
Yes.
Browser existing.
You want to add a new one. You can just call it like.
Standing.
Oh yeah, standing. Sorry. And then one thing real quick, okay, on that. And then you just change the URL to. The tricky part is you have to find the right URL for the challenge, because it'll just show the web page and not the standing.
Okay, so it's just one.
Yeah, I don't know if that will work the way we hope, but it's worth a shot. And then, yeah, because it won't scroll in that window.
How unfortunate. So, how do I undo
You can
that?
just right-click remove, I think.
Oh well.
So there is a specific URL to pull in just the bracket, but it doesn't show the standing.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
Alright, so now we're going to go to Filthy Casuals.
BYOT practice. So on blue team is a crew that's going to Winter Cluster, and then on the right is the Voodoo Strangers. They're trying to be a BYOT team for like Mantis and other stuff. Yeah. So this is going to be some hardcore sets. Gold's already on last life.
So are they just planning on playing all night against each other the rest of the time?
Not all night. We're going to swap in and out. I know that the Winter Cluster team is probably going to be heavy on the cow, but we're going to rotate everyone else out. There'll be casuals in as well. They're just trying to get in some hardcore practice.
Yeah, I'm done for traveling with this game, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for my bank account, unfortunately for the scene, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like the competition anymore. Like, it's just not. It doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot lot to travel. There's a lot
I mean, I think it's more than that. It's more like honestly, the national scene. I've been playing in it for a long time, and it really like. I've been kind of disappointed in it a lot. Just the attitudes that I deal with there, and like the experiences I've had haven't been super great. So it's not really, to me, it's not worth the money. So
yeah, it's tough. It's definitely like it's a very competitive market. Like especially people who've been playing it for like many more years than we have.
Well, I mean, it's only been around 2 more years than we have had it, so it's not even that really. It's more like, and it's not the competition, like how hard the competition is. That doesn't really bother me. It's just people's attitudes, to be honest. I really feel like the national scene is a little toxic. Toxic team aside, there are some actually nice people on Team Toxic, but I think that they make a good point with their name, and that there's some really toxic teams out there and some toxic players and attitudes. And I mean, you're gonna get that in any online gaming or community gaming thing, but this is one of those things where when a whole scene, like national scene, is getting together and playing, like people should be nicer to each other. Like these people, you're all people that go there and spend thousands of dollars to go play in a game. Don't be jerks to each other.
For sure. On that note, we're doing Mantis Mayhem.
Yeah.
Not toxic.
We are not toxic. Our scene has always had a really good time at our Mantis Mayhem, and I think it's we tend to be a lot less competitive. And I think our scene does a really good job of welcoming people here and trying to get to know everybody and like most of our last Mantis Mayhem teams were mixed teams, right? And it's very different than what you find at a national level.
It was cool. Like there was a lot of people that kind of came in like super last minute. Like people from Charlotte and Phoenix and San Fran all on one team with Cesar.
Super cool. I was super excited to see Cesar come out. I love Cesar. He's a great guy. One of my favorite KQers. Dre. I love Dre too. Yeah.
Marion. I'm trying to think about. Oh, and the whole crew, the Jeff Goldblum team from
Cincy.
Columbus.
Cincy's team. Yeah.
Oh, it was so cool. They just like rocked it on the outfits. But they do every like tournament I've seen them at. They rock it on the outfits.
Yeah, and like that's the one thing like I missed from BB1 was like the outfits. Like BB1, everybody dressed in like super goofy outfits, and it wasn't like they were team themed or whatever. Not all of them were Killer Queen themed. It was just so out there and bizarre. It's really what kind of like drew me in to KQ in the first place, because like we had just started right before BB1, and we were terrible at BB1. but it was like it was different. Like we didn't stick around for the tournament all that long because, again, it was one of those things where we kind of felt like the national scene was really shitty to us, being a new team, and then coming in and family portraiting us on game 1, and then basically getting B-Bear Banditoed and all that shit. It just wasn't a good feeling. We left, especially since we didn't really know how to play the game, and the hype behind it, and like seeing the people come in costume and seeing things like that kind of like had us see past that part of it, and we went and watched stream for like 6 hours that day to learn how like people actually played this game. I mean, to be fair, our input board was broken at the time before the tournament, so we didn't that was a big disadvantage for us. But yeah, it's like seeing that I think really drew us into it, and then I think just my experiences at BB2 and BB3 were not so great. Now, if I could chance to go back to Chicago and play at another, invitational there, I would totally take that opportunity because I really do enjoy playing in Chicago. It's like one of my favorite cities to play in. So.
Not been. It's on our list. I don't know when we'll get there though. We're going to Columbus and then we're going to Charlotte.
Yeah, I was really hoping BB4 was going to be in Columbus. And if it was, I had considered going because of Columbus. And again, that's another scene that we're kind of more close to than some of the others. And that would have been really cool since I haven't got to actually play there yet. But oh well, it's all right. For just a general tournament, I can't spend the money to do it.
You want to see a sneak peek preview of my outfit for my
do you
team?
do you have one? Oh, you have a pretty epic outfit. That's awesome.
Our team name is Cone.
Cone?
Have you heard about the Seabus jokes about cones?
Like the street
cones,
cones?
like traffic cones.
I hadn't. No.
They're super obsessed with them. They
Really?
steal them, and it's
They should come.
unofficial mascot.
They should come steal the one from my garage because we had a dumpster when we were doing some remodeling on our house, and the dumpster was sitting there for an extra week because the company couldn't come pick it up or something, and some random good Samaritan put a street cone next to the corner of the dumpster. Nobody can see this giant dumpster sitting in the road, but they can see that tiny little cone sitting in front of it. But now I have this cone. We left it on the side of the street for a long time, hoping whoever because it's got some organization letters on it. I don't know what organization. It's 3 letters I'm not familiar with. I looked it up. I couldn't find it. It's not like a City of Austin thing. But I left it on the side of the street for a month, hoping that whoever left it there would come pick it up after the dumpster was gone. No. And I'm well, I'm sick of this sitting on the side of my street, in front of my house. So I just stuck it in my garage, and I've got this cone in my garage taking up space.
Yeah, you're like, what do I do with this?
Yeah, I don't want to throw it out. It seems kind of wasteful.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, maybe I'll find some, thing to go stick it in front of the person did in mine. But I haven't had that opportunity on my street yet. So.
That's amazing. That's a great story.
Oh man, Joe, pretty hype over there.
Yeah. Man, they are crushing it. Giving Brian's team a run for their money on this BYOT practice.
Yeah, Brian's team's been practicing, trying to practice pretty hard too. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Death by dungeon, all right.
Yeah, dungeon death.
Get in the fungin.
Dungeon. Is that the last map or is there one more? Oh my god, that was nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you some sneaky cool stuff. Oh, it already restarted, I
Oh, the
think.
post-map stats? You turn that on? Ah, that's nice.
So that shows you a little bit more detail, but it's not
You don't have to hit save for that one, right? Just for the stat. This is actually a separate program running here.
Yes,
Right?
and this only controls the map wins and the names.
Did you write this?
No,
Who did?
I don't know.
Really?
But they did a really terrible job of it.
I mean, it looks like it's C#.
It's really
They read it in
basic,
C#.
but the issue I have with it is just super unintuitive. So if you had to guess how you would add new team names, how do you think you would do that?
Under team names, I would expect there to be an add button here.
So
Or up here, maybe it would have a menu that's utilities or something.
yeah. So technically speaking, you could type a new one.
Oh, just
You
type
could
it in
delete
there.
just type-
Yeah.
But the way you're supposed to do it, you right-click the save button.
Oh, that's
And it's
so
under,
intuitive.
It's under here. And then, okay, look at this. What if you were to type a new one and save? What button would you hit?
Obviously, the X over here.
That won't save it. You have to hit edit collection contents to save. Why doesn't it just say save?
So to me, edit collection contents tells me that the word edit here implies that maybe another window would pop up if I pressed
Yeah,
it.
but that
Because
just
I'm like,
saves
what's the edit? What's the collection? But that makes sense if you're a C# programmer a little bit,
Yeah.
because of the way that maps are starred for list boxes in C#.
It's really rough. But it was
It's learning my programmer
it was
brain.
recommended. A lot of people who do Smash Bros tournaments use it.
Oh, really?
And it was nice because I didn't have to code it. So
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It works.
Also, you kind of have these things have to surface an API for OBS to read, right?
Yeah, so it writes it all to text files.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ugly.
You can do XML, but it's
Also
harder
ugly.
to read in for for OBS. So
I would have.
just use text.
I'm surprised it's not just like URL API.
Yeah. So what I want to do, like my ultimate goal, which I've not had time for, is to just build a front-end UI that a browser can just, like this whole thing would be a browser source, and then I just have a little UI to control it. And so it would be really easy. Everything would be on the same page. No one would have to work very hard. I just have not done.
Yeah, I mean it's always kind of weird when I click this and I click this and it's like doesn't make this go like because it's not. Like this kind of looks like it's all one thing when it's stacked this way, but it's not.
It's just to make it easier for us to go back and forth.
Yeah.
One day, because what I want to do is like eventually have that. It's like okay, just bring in this, run this program. You can bring it into OBS. You can control team names. You control like
Right, so that way you're not switching between a bunch of things. Also, it'd be nice if it was a web page, like a web browser source, then you could have just it running on your phone, and remotely you could update the stats. Like even if nobody's commentating actively or somebody who's not familiar with it, your TOs can still manage everything, and just the commentators can sit here and talk, right?
Eventually.
Someday.
I don't think I'm going to get it for this Faces Mayhem. We'll see. It depends on my job situation.
I did tweet that I was commentating tonight. Yeah. Although I didn't tweet the stream. I probably could tweet the stream.
Well, we can't stream. We weren't.
Are we not streaming?
We are recording, but we aren't streaming. So it'll get uploaded to YouTube later. So don't worry. Your commentating is valuable.
That's fair.
We were going to stream, but the internet was total shit tonight, and I'm guessing it's because there were a lot of people here for the football game.
Yeah,
we were getting really terrible
speed. A lot of people here for the football game. To be fair, I'm not a football fan, but I originally thought that Clemson was UT, and that's why everybody was here. But then when LSU scored a touchdown and everybody started cheering, I was really confused. I'm like, the orange team isn't our team?
Oh, no.
Right? Because usually the orange guys are the ones that they're rooting for, you know?
Apparently there's a bunch of people that work here that are LSU fans.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, there's a lot of LSU, like, I mean, it's Louisiana, it's pretty close, right? And like, I know, like, like Brandon's family's from Louisiana originally, and stuff like that. So like, there was a lot of, early oil, Louisiana, Houston area, kind of like, crossover between those two sides, especially like
cross-pollination.
Yeah. So I think that, I think that's why a lot of Texans here like LSU. That's my assumption, anyways. Again, I worked on NCAA, but I know nothing about like the rivalries. And I know that like I tell people I'm from Michigan, and they're like, "Oh, you must not like Ohio State." And I'm like, "Why?"
I don't get it.
I don't understand. But at EA, it was like I worked on a database. Let's be fair. Frantic Engine is a database. It's funny because they're like, oh, Frantic, it's like they put in big letters like on the boxes and stuff, but it's like literally a database engine. The real impressive hits of that game were the stuff that was done in EA Montreal, like the core EA core team. That's like where all the graphics is done and like the physics controllers and stuff. So like when you think of when you think of EA sports games and you think of like FIFA and their like 250 animations that they do for like one player just to like move the ball around and stuff. That's all done in Montreal. Like that is totally their like wheelhouse.
Here's all the stats and
and even at EA Orlando, like where the like main EA Sports is in Orlando. That's where like a lot of the management and stuff happens. So it's kind of a very it really kind of surprised me, like when I started working for them, like how distributed the teams were, and like how much of the work really for all of those games, from like what I think of as like a technical game development perspective, happens in Canada, and like how much of just like the sportiness of it happens here in the States. It's almost like they're like, oh yeah, we got to outsource to the people who actually care about the sports to go find out which, like what stats to put in and how to make it like
we don't know how
interesting
this
to
American
players.
football works.
Right, right,
Here you go.
right.
That's great.
The scary thing about that though was when I was working on that game, they still use like a form of ActionScript, like ActionScript 2, to like drive their UI. Yeah, yeah, it's
I haven't-
so bad.
I didn't.
So bad.
When I started using ActionScript, it was at least an ActionScript 3.
Yeah. So like EA had like licensed like a version of like basically the Flash runtime to do their UI work like a long time ago, and then like any company who has something that's successful, don't break what's successful, right? So like when you're exporting like I was working on a lot of screens. That was kind of what I was doing. I was doing database work to like do data-driven UI and stuff, and so like when I'd have to like actually export the art to like build the screens and stuff. It would have to like open Macromedia Flash, like old school Macromedia Flash. Like every time it'd have to export one, and it was this weird like custom EA exporter that would like open these things and like open one, and it would like Macromedia Flash would open, it would export the one Flash page, and then it would close, and then it would open again, and export this other but it was like so clunky. It was like out of the 90s. It felt like it was out of the 90s.
Right.
And like I'm talking to the other like the UX developers, like the programmers on the team. They're like, yeah, someday we would like to get to improve this.
Yeah.
But like the people who wrote the exporter no longer work here. And do you want to go try and fix something in Macromedia Flash? I'm like, no.
Yeah. I feel like that's the hardest thing for companies in general. Is like they've gone with like a technology that got legacy pretty quickly. And then you're like, well, what do we do? Like, we have to totally re-architect this, which means you have to put a lot of time into just redoing your stuff to be the same.
Well,
and nobody ever wants to spend the time to do it the same, you know?
Yeah, and, even in big engines like Unity, for example, like the actual, Unity itself changes so much from version to version that you really, like a development team, you have to like pick one and stick with it. You just gotta like stop upgrading, right? But Unity asks you like every time you open your project, it's like, there's a new version of Unity. Would you like to update? And the moment you do, like half your shit breaks, right? Half the plugins you got off the asset store don't work anymore. Code you wrote, like it just behaves differently because they replace like a physics engine component or just something like that. Something goofy. And in a lot of engines like that, like half of the code that's really running isn't the code you wrote, right? It's like hidden parts of plugins or the actual engine itself. So if something changes, you're like, why is my stuff broke?
Right. Like I didn't do anything differently.
I mean, I love Unity. I don't mean to talk. I don't mean to talk bad, but like to be fair, if you're building, like this is why I tend to build most of my own tools. I don't like buy stuff off the asset store because at least with like core Unity stuff, I have like good Unity documentation to back it up, right? But if I'm using some like third-party library or plugin and it changes, you're relying on a dev who may not be supporting that software anymore. You may be relying on code that you don't have, it's like a plugin that you don't actually have source code for, stuff like that, and it's just like, it's painful,
Yeah, it's hard.
It's a tough call. Like, do you spend the time to develop something that's very complex, or do you buy it and hope that that company who developed it is going to be in business, 6 months from now? I mean, the bigger tools like Playmaker, they're going to be around forever. Like,
They have enough support.
Yeah, but outside of that, I try to like avoid getting into those sorts of situations.
I have all these people all of a sudden pinging me for my stickers that I sell on Etsy.
Oh, nice.
And they were like, hey, can I do a bulk order of like 15? And I was like, yes. And then I was like, oh, I don't have enough. Let me go order some. And then they're like, can you do another custom design? And I'm like, yes, but when do you need it? My life is very busy right now.
Do you mark up the stickers enough to be worth your time?
So I thought I did, and then I had to order more, and I was like, because when I originally ordered the stickers that she wanted, I had bought them at such a higher bulk that they were cheaper in cost, and then I had to reorder, and it was like
Which
that
sticker was it?
The little lightning bug.
Oh.
Very. Yeah. Apparently, I think she has some sort of like kids softball team or something like that, where it's like the lightning bugs versus the hedgehogs.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So, speaking of these stickers, I have one on my laptop right here. Here's a bat. Dallas gave me one. I used to have a llama on my old computer, and I had to turn in that computer because it was one of those batteries. I was on a recall.
On the recall.
So my work made me turn it in, but luckily you gave me another sticker that I can put on my new laptop. So I like the bat though. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, I do too. I need to find a way to share that one more, because I originally made it for the Extra Life event in terms of like fundraising. So I need to like find a way to say like, if you buy this, the proceeds go to Extra Life, and keep track of that. It's tricky. Trying to keep track of like proceeds versus profits, stuff like that, because Etsy takes a chunk.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
It's tricky. I had to increase the price of my stickers to kind of make it worth it, and then it still kind of evened out to about the same like price that I would make off of it.
I mean,
and I was like, how is this even fair?
it's a pretty common discussion on Twitter. I see, I follow a lot of artists, mostly because, I'm a like as a friend of mine, you know Mary Rose, right? Yeah, friend of mine used to say when I first started working with her at UTV True Games, which is actually where most of us actually kind of met each other at. But she used to say I was a frustrated artist because I have I'm kind of like cross-brained, so but I'm very technical, but I have an eye for art, and but I've never had like the hand for it. So it's one of those things. But yeah, it was always kind of funny. She used to make fun of me for that. So I follow a lot of artists because I really enjoy. It's very inspirational for like doing shader work and stuff too. But like the common threads I've been seeing lately is like really other artists trying to encourage like newer artists to like, you need to actually charge for your work. You can't, even if it means you're getting less commissions, it means that you're going to get people who, when they do commission you, actually respect you. They respect you, they're paying what it's worth, and you're not like underselling yourself. If it takes you, the common thread is like, if it takes you 8 hours to do a portrait and you're selling it for $35, then you are highly underselling yourself. You're making less than minimum wage, right? And being an artist is the same as any other job, really. It's just, yes, there's a lot of really good artists out there, but so many of them have such full loads for commission work that even if you ask them for like a portrait or something, they're not going to have the time to do that. So artists who are kind of just trying to get started and stuff, you can still make money off of people who are looking for a custom piece of work, and setting yourself up so that way in the future when you do get better at what you're doing, you're not already underselling yourself and you don't have people expecting that lower price. It's tough, right? It's kind of a hard call. Like if really how you're making the bill, paying the bills is by doing $35 portraits at 8 hours each, then
you're never gonna make it.
yeah, that's the key. You're probably never gonna make it, right? Like maybe you need to either consider like a night job or something, like a day job and then do hire on the night side, or at least part-time something else, so that way you can fill in, right?
Yeah, there's always like the tricky piece between creating something that's like easily repeatable, where you're not spending as much time, versus something that takes a lot of time. So for like example, my hats that I make take a lot of time.
Right,
I have to physically make every single one. Whereas things like my stickers,
you design it once, and then you can order a bunch, right? Gives you a stock, like something that you can have stock of for sale.
And so it's like, okay, that is much easier, right? It doesn't cost me much to reproduce that work. Versus,
especially if you have like a small catalog of stickers that you can do. Like then if you're going to like art shows and stuff, you can price like the hats at a much higher price, but you still have like stickers you can sell at a cheaper price to get people to come to your booth, or like get your name recognition out there, stuff like that, right?
For sure.
Have you ever thought about doing any of the like art show circuits?
I've thought about it. It's a little tricky. So for for most of those, you have to have like a tax ID. So you have to go through the process of having like an
A
official
business,
business.
like an LLC.
Right, which with things like Etsy or Society6, or I also use Threadless, like they handle a lot of that for you. Like you fill out like usually W-9s.
I see.
And so,
But if you did have an LLC, could you go through the LLC process with those
Yes,
too?
I
So
think
LLCs
so.
are really cheap to set up.
Yeah.
They're like less than $400. It's not bad. It takes like less than an hour to fill out the paperwork. And you can make one for yourself. You can just have an LLC. It's like, this is my business and it's me. Like, you can do whatever you want under it. It doesn't have to be like, this is my art business, right? This can be like this is me business, you know? So, and it protects you from people suing you for, say, you know, copyright infringement, or, so, you know,
Under your personal
name, right? Like, and I mean, obviously you're doing all your own custom art, but you never know, somebody could try and build a paper trail to make it look like you stole art from them or something. You know, there's shady people out there, right? But I mean, I think it's less of an issue for like, you know, small, like you know, personal artists that you're kind of doing.
It's tricky. Yeah, especially like, man, there's some people I follow on Instagram and I love them, but they make like, they're technically derivative works, but they still involve like, say, Disney characters.
Sure.
And I was like, I don't know how you get away with that.
Because Disney can't sue everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth their time in most cases for like Artist Alley, for example. Like, technically all of that is okay in most cases, right? Unless they're doing their actual own characters, right? They're not paying licensing fees to reproduce those character images. But, I mean, first of all, like, Funimation makes half their money by being in the, like, if you go to the anime convention circuits, Funimation's always there, right? They know that the IP that they're licensing from Japanese animation companies is being reproduced by American artists, right? But they're not going to say anything, because if you get rid of Artist Alley, you get rid of like most of why people go to anime conventions, you know?
Conventions in general.
Yeah.
Any kind of comic. Oh, that was a good kill. What's that? Oh, that was rough.
Not to mention, to be fair, I think a lot of the artists that, you know, like work for like film and things like that, they all got their start the same way, right? Like they're reproducing other people's works. You got to figure out like what your art style is. So you gotta copy other people's style until you figure it out, right? You gotta find your voice, your artist's voice, as they say.
Makes sense. I do that a lot with pottery right now. It's just like, oh, you made that. That was cool. I'm gonna do that.
Sure. You gotta learn the techniques. Adriana's doing the same thing with resin stuff right now, right? Like, she sees like flower-based resin stuff that she wants to try and reproduce. Although that's been really hard. Like, she's really having a hard time like figuring out the right temperatures and like the best way of pouring to avoid like bubbles. And well, some of them like they would have been like really awesome pieces, but they get too hot and then they start like basically cooking, right? And it's like it gets all like pockmarked inside and stuff. But there's some really gorgeous pieces that we've seen that we'd like to try and reproduce. Ooh.
Alright. Let me see if they'll swap out for a second.
Yeah, I'd like to play
I
a
wanna
game.
play.
I'd like to play a game.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to play a game.
Thank you. In this game had like
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.